Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a quick video on how I keep things organised within my collection and how I keep the cost down on keeping a larger collection. First, for organisational sort of side of things, I don't like to keep tags or the little sort of little note cards for writing stuff down. Everything that I write down gets written in a logbook. So I have contact details. So for this one, this is a normal, and this is probably over the last year or so. So it's got weights, when she's shed, what she's eaten. I weigh them every sort of month to 6 weeks, so I can keep track of if they're putting on weight, losing weight, any health issues that happen with them, and stuff like that. And then in the back I also just jot things down that I sort of things like breeding plans, designs for a new rack I'm building, bits like that. Overall organisational skills really, like I said, I don't like to use tags, so I label all mine. It's pink for a female, green for a boy, and then it just has the morph and the year it was born in, or if it's 60, if it's a het or anything, that's written down on there. Other organisational wise, I keep a pretty organised workspace. So if I need anything, feeding tongs, scales, anything like that, it's all kept in one tub where I know exactly where everything is. So I've got a tub here with a mister, alcohol hand gel for after I've used them, bits of spare parts, so scales. I've got a tub here which has basically anything for cleaning, probes, stuff like that. So we've got some calcium stuff for water, shedding aid, which is a really good product if you've had a bad shed. You basically just spray it onto and rub it in, and the dry skin almost comes off in your hands. Some wipe out just for cleaning, Milton's, which is what you use to sterilise baby bottles and stuff like that, but that's really good for cleaning tubs. Probes, a set of probes for probing. I'm also going to be doing a probing video to show anyone who doesn't know how to probe. I'll do a sort of walkthrough video on me probing a snake and showing you on a male and a female. Heat pads in case of, or heat, what are they called? Yeah, I suppose heat pads or hand warmers, and that's in case of a power cut, just so that I can keep my snakes warm if there's a prolonged power cut. Yeah, tongs, screwdriver, just for the thermostats, Vaseline, timers, bits like that. I also keep like sort of everything else under here. So I've got the nebulizer, spare water bowls. At the back you won't be able to see, but there's boxes of substrate. So everything's at hand and ready to, if I need to use it, it's there ready for me. Cost effective wise, actually on organisational as well, I also like to almost keep a routine. So I like to keep a routine on cleaning water bowls, making sure they're clean at least every sort of 2 days, and also for feeding, stuff like that, having a set day or 2 days, however often you feed them, so that you know when you need to do it. I also do daily checks and climate, like what you call climate control. So I'll check the temperatures, I'll check the humidity, just to make sure everything's okay, and just a general check of the well-being of the snake. Cost efficiency, or the cost of keeping the cost down of keeping a collection. One of the big things I like to do is bulk buy. So substrate, the lignocell stuff, that comes in 20 kilogram bags for 20 quid, and that's a big compressed bale, so you get absolutely loads out of it, and I'll buy a couple of them to keep the cost down. Also I used to use like a kitchen roll for putting in the tubs, which I don't anymore, but I do use it for when I'm drying off mice, rats after they've been in warm water to heat them up. So I'd keep a good amount of that always on hand, so I don't end up running out. Another good thing for keeping the cost down is to have a rack. You don't want to have 10 snakes in 10 different sort of vivariums or tanks and running them all off separate heat mats, which is just going to build up your electricity costs. And like I said, back to checks, just looking after the snakes and keeping an eye out on anything illness-wise. It's better to prevent something. It costs a lot less for the preventive than it does for the cure. If your snake gets an RI, it costs a lot less to buy a bit of F10 to sort it out than it does to go it to the vets, vet bills, lung scrubs, injections, that sort of thing. And cost effective for feeding as well. So I'll buy rats in packs of 50, rat pups in packs of 50, and then put them in a freezer. So you're cutting the cost down there instead of buying individually. And also, when I go to feed a snake, say all of them haven't fed, instead of taking a rat out for every single one of them, some of them might not feed, so I'll only take a couple out, and if it doesn't feed, I'll take it to the next one. And you can always take out and defrost more mice, but once they're defrosted, you've got to use them up pretty quick. They can only last a day or so in the fridge, so that saves a lot of money, instead of wasting rats and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's probably the main things I do to keep organised and keep the cost down as well. A couple of new things. We're getting 2 new additions in the next couple of days. I never really fancied going out and buying a couple of these, but a friend wants rid of them, so she gives a real good price on the vivarium and everything in it, and them alone. So we should be getting them Friday, so I'll make a video on that. If you want to guess what we're getting, and leave a comment below, I'll give a shout out to anyone who gets it right. There's 2 of them, and they are not snakes. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.